All right, good evening and welcome. My name is Siddharth Shah and I am the CEO of Think and Grow Rich Academy. And in this video, I am going to give you a concept which can really elevate your level of richness to the next level. So I request you to listen to this video till the end, and I promise you that if you get whatever information which I'm going to share, it's going to make a big difference in your life. It's going to make a big difference in the level of richness which you think about yourself. And I request, take a notepad, pen and paper so that you can really take notes, because this is really valuable information, right? So let me begin by starting my PowerPoint presentation and showing you the screen that what exactly we are looking at. I am going to talk about the 12 riches of life. And in Think and Grow Rich, mostly we consider richness as just having money in the bank. And of course, money in the bank is an important richness. In fact, in our programs, we focus only and only impacting the money in the bank. But for having that effect of money in the bank, we need to do a lot of work in understanding what exactly is the meaning of richness. In Think and Grow Rich, we talk about these 12 enduring riches. What are these 12 enduring riches? Enduring means they are long lasting. They are not like superficial, but really long lasting riches, which are the true richness of your life. And if you are able to understand all these 12 riches of life, I'm promising you that your mindset will become richer, and with that mindset becoming richer, you will attract the money in the bank also. Okay, so let's begin step by step all the 12 riches of life. The first one, the first richness which we talk about in Think and Grow Rich is positive mental attitude. And it is not just jumping on the chair and having thinking about positive thoughts or positive thinking. No, this is much beyond it. Your attitude is a combination of your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. And consider this, you have tons of money in the bank, but if your attitude sulks, if your attitude is not good, if you still have that thing, oh gosh, this is not good enough, you are never ever having that contentment, well, that's not a good state of being there, even if you've got tons of money in the bank. So the first thing which we focus on, and in Think and Grow Rich, this positive mental attitude is ranked the number one richness is there. So that's the first richness which you should have. And we have a nice acronym in Think and Grow Rich, a good short form, that positive mental attitude is nothing but PMA. PMA. So you have that thing in your mindset that this is what I want, like a PMA. I'm having a PMA. And we don't have a NMA. NMA stands for negative mental attitude. I mean, we should not talk about negative mental attitude, but that's the exact polar opposite of positive mental attitude. All right. So that's the first level of richness, the first richness. The second richness is sound health. Health. Health is wealth. Especially in the times right now, the epidemic and the pandemic is there. Health is very important for ourselves and for our community, for our fellow members, etc. Consider this, when you are not healthy, that would occupy the top of the mind. Say, even if you are getting that order, or maybe if you are getting that money or the recovery of the money of the bank in the bank, but still if you have a toothache or if you have maybe a backache, oh god, you won't be having that fun because you're not feeling healthy. And this is a very important, and we ignore, we just take this particular health for granted and we abuse our health very badly. But remember this, friends, that health is definitely a very big richness which you should have. Just be grateful if you are really happy about sound health. So that's the second richness in out of the 12 riches of life. The third richness is harmony in all relations, in all human relations. This is a very powerful richness. If you have tons of money in the bank, but maybe your relationships with your life partner is not good, maybe with your business partner is not good, with your kids, with your family members, then there is no fun of having so much of money in the bank. You will be just with your own self, and many a times we neglect this important aspect of our life by just focusing on the money aspect of richness. And we sometimes are able to be successful in terms of money in the bank. We are on the top of the mountain, but when we look back, oh, we realize it, oh, my family is far behind, my kids are far behind, my relationships, with my spouse, with my life partner is all dead. Who will you celebrate your success if you don't have this harmony in human relations? So if you are right now having harmony in human relations, with all relations, it need not be your family members, it could be your team members, it could be your friends, your community, your parents, your kids, whosoever. If you are having that harmony, then you are truly, definitely rich in life. That's harmony in human relations, a very important aspect of the 12 riches of life. The fourth richness is freedom from fear. Freedom from all types of fear. All types of fear. Now imagine this. You have so much of money in the bank, but the whole time you're just very anxious. You are fearful. Oh, that bank can become bankrupt. What will I do? You will say, oh, that bank can also become, the Reserve Bank can also become bankrupt. Well, there is no end to that fear. Well, if you have tons of money in the bank, you have the fear that the tax guys will come running after you. What's the point in having so much of money in the bank if you are not able to conquer this particular fear? And over here, if you could look at my slide, I am sharing a very famous personality's photograph. And of course, you must have guessed it that he is Lincoln, the great Abraham Lincoln. And I have analyzed several peoples across civilization, and I have found only one person who in his one lifetime has conquered all the 6 basic fears of Think and Grow Rich, which we talk of. The 6 basic fears. Abraham Lincoln, if you go through his timeline, he conquered all the 6 basic fears. I'll just go through them. The fear of losing money, the fear of criticism, the fear of old age, the fear of loss of love, the fear of death, and fear of ill health. He conquered all the 6 basic fears, and he was able to achieve his definite major purpose of becoming the President of United States of America, and what a president he became. So if you are able to conquer, be courageous, then definitely you have this particular richness, which is freedom from fear. That's the fourth richness which you should have. The fifth richness is what we talk of, the hope of achievement, the hope of future achievement. Not just having just a routine way of living life, but you have a goal, you have a desire to achieve something, and you are hopeful, you are having ambition that I am able to achieve that particular hope. Well, that's a richness in your life. Imagine Monday morning when you get up and you have that real richness that no, I am going to do this, oh, my goals are going to be achieved, and you move forward and start working towards your goals, compared to you're just sitting and sulking that, oh, this is not going to be possible, forget about it, let's just give it up. Well, that's not a richness in your life. So having a hope of achievement or future achievement is definitely a very important richness which you should cherish. And if you have this particular richness, then definitely you are richer, right? The sixth fear, the sixth richness is the capacity of faith, the capacity of applied faith, and this is very powerful. This is very powerful. I have again mentioned the photograph of Henry Ford over here, and he had mastered this particular capacity of applied faith, this particular richness, where he had that unwavering belief in himself and his abilities to achieve the definite major purpose or the goal which he wanted to achieve. Well, that's a very strong, powerful richness which you can have. Now, it is not just having self-confidence, but the capacity of faith goes much deeper, much deeper. So listen up. When you have the faith that you can influence the subconscious mind, and by influencing the subconscious mind, you can tap the infinite intelligence which has got all the answers to tell you how to achieve your goals. Well, that is the capacity of applied faith. And if you have that particular richness, you are definitely rich in life. That's the sixth richness. Still, there are 6 more to go. These are just the first 6. All right. The seventh richness is willingness to share one's blessings with others. Such a powerful richness. If you are able to give something, whatever it is, I am not saying you donate money. No, I completely believe that charity begins at home. You should be having yourself sturdy. You should be financially free first before giving it to someone else. But if you are not having that financial withholding or to share something financially, perhaps you've got so many other things, so many extras which you have got in your life. Just give. Don't barter, just give. Maybe you can give your time to a social cause, maybe to the community service, maybe to an NGO, maybe for a home for the aged. Give whatever way you can. Maybe you can give a thank you note, maybe you can give a greeting, maybe you can offer a prayer. There are so many ways of giving, and when you start to understand that this is a true richness in your life, you will never ever stop giving in your life. I'll give you a very nice example. We all go through the richest people in the world, who are the top richest people, and for many years these two names have always been on the top list of the Fortune 500 or the Forbes 500 list, and they are the Bill Gates and Warren Buffett. They have really been topped as the richest people in the world. We should also look simultaneously with the other list, where who are the biggest givers of the world, which are the biggest charitable trusts in the world. And if you go through that list, you will find that the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is the biggest and the best profitable charitable trust in the world. Now look at this. The first names on both the lists are the same. The richest and the most givers. Perhaps they know the true meaning of giving. They know the true meaning of richness, and that's the reason they are all aligned over here. So start giving, and if you are giving, then definitely you are rich in your life. So that's the seventh richness. The eighth richness is a labor of love. Loving the work what you do. Oh, this is so powerful. I mean, I tell to everyone that I don't work. I love the work what I'm doing. I love coaching and training people on think and grow rich principles. And I'm lucky that I found the love of work which I'm doing. And when I'm able to convert my vocation into a vacation, because I love the work which I do. When you start loving the work which you do, whatever it is, be a job, if you're a homemaker, if you're a student, if you are working in an environment, if you're a business owner, whosoever who you are. But if you start loving the work which you do, you are definitely going to feel richer about yourself, and that's a true richness in your life, having a labor of love. And that's the eighth richness. The ninth richness is having an open mind on all subjects at all times. Well, this is where you have to have an imagination to new ideas coming up. Don't kill any new ideas. If we wouldn't be having open mind, we would not be using smartphones, or you would not be there on this technology right now which we are sharing across. So having an open mind is like you are opening yourself to all the new opportunities which are coming to you, and that's a very powerful richness which you should have. Have an open mind and see how opportunities will come to you and you start becoming richer. That's the ninth richness out of the 12 riches of life. The 10th richness is complete self-discipline. Self-discipline and complete self-discipline. Well, that's a very important richness which you should have. Now, I'll give you simple examples. How bad you feel about yourself when you have a wake up alarm and you snooze after the first snooze, second snooze and the third snooze, and there where the half an hour is gone by and you realize, oh, I wasted my half an hour. Yeah, because you didn't have the self-discipline. And how good you feel about yourself when on the first alarm ring, you immediately start to wake up and you are up and you're up for your day. Well, that's the power of self-discipline, the kind of feeling which you get when you are really disciplined, and that's, my friend, the one of the richness in your life. And have this richness and see how richer you feel about yourself, which is complete self-discipline. The 11th richness is the capacity to understand people. This is so powerful. This richness can be connected to Stephen Covey's fourth habit out of the 7 habits, where he mentions that seek first to understand and then to be understood. This is that richness which will give you the cooperation of people around you, the cooperation of your family members, the cooperation of your teammates. If you are able to understand people, go to their wavelength and match their frequencies with them, match your wavelengths with them, you will get their cooperation, and that will support you in becoming richer in whatever areas of your life which you want to define as richness. The capacity to understand people, a very powerful richness which you should have. And last but not the least, you know the 12th richness, that is money in the bank. You call it financial security, you call it financial freedom, and this is the most commonly understood way the richness is defined as. In fact, Think and Grow Rich was written, the programs we have designed are going to impact directly the money in the bank which you want to have. But my endeavor over here is that you should feel richer, not just one way, but in all the 12 ways. You see, I promised you that I will elevate your richness if you are watching this video till the end. Before this video started, you just had only one way of looking at what is rich or what is richness. That's just money in the bank. But after watching the video, you have now got a dozen richnesses, not just one, but in dozens. I've given you 12 richness in life, and they are so powerful richness that you can now start to feel richer by looking at all the aspects of your life. And that's, my friend, is Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich is much beyond money in the bank. It's much beyond just having financial freedom. It is very important, but that's not just Think and Grow Rich. It's not just law of attraction. It's not just positive thinking. It's a way of living. And when you understand these 12 riches of life, embrace them, endure them, be grateful for all the 12 riches of life, that's, my friend, you will start to increase your mindset consciousness. You will be starting to have a millionaire mindset. And when you feel richer with all these 12 riches of life, I am telling you, you will be elevating your frequency levels to the next level, and then the law of attraction will start to work, and you will get the richness in your life which you want, because you have elevated the level of frequencies by embracing, by enduring, by understanding all these 12 riches of life. That is Think and Grow Rich. Not just law of attraction, not just positive thinking, but it's a way of living. Okay. I promised you that I would have elevated your level of richness. Is your mindset richer now after watching my video? Leave your comments in your comment box. Which richness right now is the best richness for you? And I can give you insights on how to elevate that level of richness, and it can directly impact the money in the bank. If you would like to know how you can participate in our offline or online programs, just click on the link below so that one of my team members will reach you and will offer you a completely 2-hour complimentary webinar which can really transform your life and take it to the next level. If you have liked the video, comment, share, subscribe, and see how we give this contribution to all of you so that you can truly start to think and grow rich. My name is Siddharth Shah. Thank you so much for watching my video. We represent the Napoleon Hill Foundation in India. Until next time, see you. Bye bye.